This is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Ravens are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Falcons, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Here's Foles. Eluding the pressure right. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 23 yards on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Come back, come back. Do jet. Come back.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Suggs. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Foles. Getting it out left side to Sanu. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now Foles. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. They needed 15. They got 16 and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Some space here, and he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right there around the 35-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The short yardage man, it's Coleman. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Kennedy. And he is knocked down from the side. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's West again. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 3rd down. That's West, and he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Lost the football. It's out, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try the air now with Locke. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
So out come the Falcons now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's Luck now on second down. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout, and this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
In motion right is Jones. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start the drive with Dixon. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Locke. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now it's Locke off the bootleg. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They begin the drive with Coleman. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it with West. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Terrence West with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And he puts it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. So the D-line's going to spread out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one brought in by Sanu. A good pickup there, a 22. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jones will come now in motion right. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Gabriel, the man in motion. On play action, they'll throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. He'll look to throw. And he's got Sanu. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room to the 20. And he cuts it out. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Perriman in motion right. After the run, Luck going to throw. Escaping the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long. It's locked. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run again here with West. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. In motion right, Macklin. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
This is Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Terrell Suggs in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Matt Bosher now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. This is West. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now it's Love. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here's Foles. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play that time for the Ravens. 69 yards. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st and goal, Dixon tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's West. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the field. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Flush to his right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Falcons on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Foles toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down right near the 39. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now Foles being chased out left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Here's Coleman. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Third down. That's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Terrence West with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And this one through the uprights and good. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that... Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And we are tied. They return it to the house. And now Charles, the extra point, can give them the lead.
And they did it on defense. What a play.
The The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Gabriel, the man in motion. Back to throw. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Second down following the run. Here comes the D swarming to the line. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, it's West. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy. But every now and then, you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now, if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything.